What's going on, guys? Koi here. What do you call it? I've been taking it easy, and one of the things I've been doing is playing other games. So, one of the games that I have been playing, or started playing really, was Kings of Honor. I think Kings of Honor? Yeah, Kings of Honor. I think. Honor of Kings? I forgot because I haven't slept yet. I've just been staying up for like 24 hours straight, trying to get my sleep schedule fixed. But that does not disregard my idea of a review. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this game. Is it worth the play? Is it what do you call it? Is it on par with games such as Mobile Legends Bang Bang and stuff like that? And in my opinion, it's not bad, but I would also say that it's not particularly the craziest thing. Like it's not the craziest thing out of the box. It just feels like it's a brand new rehash game from like let's say if Mobile Legends Bang Bang had like a sister, this would be that sister. And is it better? I don't know because Mobile Legends Bang Bang did make a few changes and that made the game better, but it also made the game look a lot older. So that's them. But with this game, it's supposed to be the new draw of the crowd. The more people are supposed to get into it, and I do see it because they started off with quite the massive roster. Now, let me just get this out of the way. The gifts in this game, even though there's multiple collabs coming out and stuff like that, like I'll show you, like one, the game is supposed to be pushed as something you could play on an emulator and a mobile device at the same time. BlueStacks tries to make that very clear, but if I'm totally honest, they do an okay job at it, but that's because I don't particularly like the way that BlueStacks works with a lot of these games because they end up freezing up, they end up having lag spikes, they end up doing stuff that's weird, and that's just a BlueStacks thing. Let's talk about the game when you get into it. What are the rewards? And it feels like the rewards are rather shallow. Now, there are a few like events that you can do, like I think it's this stuff up here. Like I said, there's you're gonna experience some type of frame drops and stuff like that. There's some growth events, stuff like that, free stuff. You grab the free stuff. I don't know what Starstone's used for. I keep it. I walk away. There's draws, and the draws in this game are the equivalent, I think, of just getting whatever's on the new menu, like the newest gotcha system and stuff like that. It's rather interesting, but I wouldn't say it's like the draw of the crowd. I would say it's more of just something that you can do or if you want to type deal. And especially since most of this is event based, it's mediocre. Let's see. We have the new player events and stuff like that where they issue in the new collabs. You sign in, you get new stuff. But I feel like this was already premeditated. Like a lot of these are just like, here's a bunch of characters to try out, enjoy them. Here's a bunch of trial cards to try out, enjoy them. If you see a character you do like, then you should buy that character. And if that's the case, then it's like, the rewards feel rather shallow. There's nothing out here like the way that they did with Wild Rift, where Wild Rift is like, oh, freaking, here's like a bunch of character selection orbs, and you can get these character selection orbs as you level up and stuff like that. And there are some cases where you can do that, such as what do you call it, level reward pearl. But the way that they give you rewards in this game is very like they throw a bunch of stuff at you like fragments and stuff. But if you've already played games like Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and stuff like that, the fragments don't mean anything at the beginning of the game. The skins don't mean anything at the beginning of the game, at least the seasonal skins, because it's obvious that you're catching up the global players to the players that played the game before. So, it just doesn't feel the same. Now, am I just talking out of spite? No, because I do love mobile games. You could ask me about any game that I've played in the past, whether that be Wild Rift, Vainglory, League of Legends, Smite. That one died. Freaking Dota 2, the original Dota, Just I've played MOBA games forever. The only difference is I play them leisurely. I just wanted to get like a little review down because I kind of like, I love seeing the brand new MOBAs. But this doesn't feel brand new. It feels exactly like I thought it would feel, which is diamond vouchers, fragments, selector tickets, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I'm just gonna be totally honest here. I'm not a big fan of like half the stuff that they added into Mobile Legends Bang Bang over the years, but at least they try to sanctify it. At least they try to go, hey, you could get this stuff, or you could work towards other stuff. Here's the path. Now, we they do give you a lot of purchase currency. We could take a look at probably what's the best characters to purchase and stuff like that. As you can see, you already start off with a bunch of characters. A lot of them you start off with, a lot of them you have to buy, a lot of them you get trials for. Uh, a lot of it is like hero trial. And if you look at the character prices for like the really good characters that you know are gonna like be like the super useful ones, then you're already looking at like a lot of money. And they don't even give you enough for that type of deal. Like over here, that's another 13,000. I can't even afford him yet. 13,000, 13,000. That's like imagine you want to buy multiple characters because you got to fill up the roster in order to counterpick against other people, especially if we're going to be playing a game such as this. MOBA counterpicks really exist. That's just the way it is. If you can't counterpick, then you kind of lose, especially if the newest meta requires you to play a very specific way. Now, is this game competitive? I really don't think so, because this game is unbalanced as shit. Now, I have never played a game like this. I played like a few games against bots, and I played like one game against players. Now, if I'm going to be totally honest there, once you actually get the ball rolling and they forget about you in like let's say for like a minute, 2 minutes, if you forget about your opponent, they're gonna fucking steamroll you, and there's nothing you could do to get back at them. Because once one player starts steamrolling everybody in the game, doesn't matter what role you're running, you're gonna steamroll everyone in the freaking game. And it's because you got to worry about defense, you got to worry about damage, and if your defense and damage are less than the guy who's killing everybody, then he's just going to get nothing but defense and damage. And almost everyone in the game is a roamer. Everyone in the game moves around. Everyone in the game has like an objective, and they're just going to go murder everybody. And everyone in the game has a chance of being PvP. It's like let's just dip into the gameplay side of things. So you do start off, right? You level up, you continue, all the good stuff. And you just kind of like you get confirmed, get into a match. People are people. I do like the fact that I do love this about these games is whenever they do come out as global, you can play with people around the world. I do love it. But if I'm going to talk about like the way that people do pick, especially in a ranked match, nobody really gets true picks. And I don't like you don't have a selection pick. You just pick. And then if the other person takes it, or if you're in a position where one of the roles is not filled, then you kind of just rock with it and just see what happens. Now, I've never played this guy, but I'm going to tell you this now. If you have any like MOBA experience, it doesn't matter what character you're playing. If the game is not skill based, you can pick up any character and just rock everyone's world. And I'm going to show you that from experience. Because you'll notice that a lot of these people just play the game, and if they're bots, then they're bots. If they're not bots, these guys are obviously not bots. But let's just say like things are going to go down in my way due to the fact that I know how to play MOBAs, and the game allows you to steamroll everyone if you just put on the appropriate items. Now, there are recommendations, there are things that you can do. It's just that is it super necessary to worry about that stuff? Not really. I'm going to take this lane. This is like solo lane. Follow the arrows to farm lane. I don't know what this character does. He's like one of the first trial characters that you can get. Looks like they are going to go ahead and leave me here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And if they're going to leave me that bottom lane for myself, then I'll go to that lane instead then. They do say that there are different lanes and different roles, but if I'm totally honest, none of those roles make sense because the game is so simple and so easy to beat up. The fact that people just like don't really have to worry about roles is hilarious to me. You'll notice what I mean. Just pay attention to the minimap, you'll see what I'm talking about. This character specifically, I'm guessing he's just a pirate with a cannon. It's kind of cool. All right. I'm just going to abuse, abuse, and all of a sudden I'm better than you. And then now I'm going to steamroll you because now I have the ability to steamroll you. And let's go ahead and do that. Doom, ka-doom, ka-doom. As you can see, I don't have to worry about anything besides the towers itself. There is one person, they just decided to roam. There's another person, they're just trying to attack the tower over there because they can, and everyone else on the other team sucks. And you'll see how fast, what do you call it? How fast I'll be able to like overpower the other person. Watch this. So if I start over like poking them a little bit, you'll notice that they don't really do anything about it until they notice that they're already screwed, and then it's over. Defended, defeated. All right, and then I'll just abuse you, defeated. And now I'm getting more items, and these items are just making me more broken. And, we'll just go off of that. Now, yeah, the game's too simple. Too easy. For a game that's supposed to be like, the next big MOBA that like actually did have like a lot of hype behind it, due to the fact that it did come out from like a different game and such. Like, it had a lot of love, man. It did have a lot of love before it actually did drop. And I'm not tripping too bad. It's just that you see, I'm just dominating them, and I don't have to try too hard. Like they could have overwhelmed me right there, and all of a sudden I'm just killing them. I'm playing ranked, by the way. I think I made that very clear and obvious earlier when I clicked on the ranked button. So yeah, I don't think that this game is supposed to be taken seriously, especially whenever it comes down to ranked. Look, new item. There's supposed to be systems in place to keep people from abusing the game, and there's just none of those systems here. And you'll see what I mean next. Next, I'm gonna go to top lane because there's nothing stopping me from going to top lane. I'm gonna roam as an archer technically. Uh, just see where I go from there. Let's see. I'm gonna beat up this little midget because these things are hilarious. Little dude with a bag of gold, and he is dead. All right. Now we kill this thing. We take the item. We enhance our bullets. All right. As you can see, we're just pretty much steamrolling these guys. They have no chance in hell, and this is ranked. And it's because I don't have to stop. I could heal. I can just move on. I can shoot everything in my path. I could play brain dead, and there's nothing stopping me from doing that. And you could say, hey, what about higher elos? Yeah, higher elos, there's going to be people abusing the same things that I abuse. Then all of a sudden, look, one dude ends up taking out an entire team in aces. Now, I'm not being that, like, ridiculous about it. Like, I'm going to get slow and just take a tower or two. Let's go ahead and take their damage. Let's pop recovery. All right. Slam this little creature. Now I have damage buff. Now I'm going to run around. As you can see, like, I could literally do what I want, and there's nothing stopping me, nothing harming me. Unlike games like League of Legends, freaking other MOBAs and stuff like that are supposed to physically stop players from being able to do this. Running around, grabbing the next item, just moving on, taking out a tower. This game is going to be gone in like the first like 10 minutes. And understandably, it is a mobile game. These games are supposed to be fast, but this is too fast to where I don't enjoy it. Like, if I keep doing this and I do this and I do this and I do this and then I'm at the top of my league and ranked, this is just going to be less fun. No, let's go take out this tower because I can. And now that the shields are down, I do even more damage to towers. We could probably take these guys out right now due to the fact that I can. And we're done with the game. And it's over. All that ranked match, all those people that really, really tried their best just didn't stand a chance because we just were able to steamroll them. Because it doesn't matter. I don't have to make a build. I don't have to do anything with special with my heroes. I don't have to play my role. We could all just switch hands together and just go, hey, you know, the tank can take my lane. I'm going to move away. I'm going to go ahead and just run off and do dilly dally. All I care. And I wasn't even the MVP, by the way. Was I? I was the MVP? Wow, I barely tried. That is a barely try score. We just washed them. And, you know, making it unbalanced as hell makes it very hard for people to actually enjoy the game, even on the losing side, because they don't have a general reason to continue playing if they just don't get the appropriate farm, if they just don't get lucky. You know what I mean? And there's just a bunch of events they want to shove down your throat just to be like, hey, these exist. You should try these. Collab here. I don't know what this is from. Collab here. Wukong. Collab here. Coming up. Collab here. Right at the beginning of the month. Collab here. Beginning of next month. And it's like, it's so much, man. Why is it so much? No lie. If they really just cared about this game's longevity, like they really wanted to take players from like Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Wild Rift, and stuff like that, they'd make it a little more complicated and less easy. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I just like, you know, maybe I gotta let the little guy breathe. But honestly, there's so many games that are like this on the platform of just like Google Play in general. I don't think it really matters what I say. I think it's just gonna show at the end of the quarter when like people are like not spending money because they don't care about this account. They just want to get like a high rank. Then they're going to go spend money on skins for Wild Rift and Mobile Legends Bang Bang because those games they actually care about being at the top of the rank. You know, maybe I'm just being cynical, but like I'm just a big fan of MOBAs, and I hate to see a MOBA like this that is making the same mistakes as a game like Mobile Legends Bang Bang made year one. And right now, Mobile Legends Bang Bang is like eating the fuck out of like everybody right now because they make a lot of money because they changed their mistakes. They made the game easier. Of course, they have a few pay to win mechanics, but they're fun if you actually complete them. And you know that's just the way it is. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. I'm just really chilling until the beginning of next month and just doing nothing. So if you guys got, if you guys, you know, got any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know down below. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy and peace out, my dudes. It's been a pleasure.